Narcissistic individuals don't take too kindly to losing. To them, life is about winning, life is about controlling, life is about them being superior. They believe that they are special and they believe that they're entitled to have what they want whenever they want with whoever they want. Therefore, when a narcissistic individual finally loses control over someone, they take great offence to this, and there's various ways that they might react defensively in order to protect themselves or to manipulate you. One of the first things a narcissist might do when they finally lost control over you is fall silent on you, which is, if you've got no contact, it's a bonus when they fall silent on you. However, it can put you on edge, wondering what their next move is going to be. So they're still in your headspace. With a narcissist, they've learned over time that by falling silent on people, people go chasing after them. People worry about them. With a narcissist, they can initially respond to you no longer having anything to do with them, no longer reacting to them, no longer playing their games, with complete silence. They're hoping that their absence will make you anxious and make you return to them, or make you feel grateful if they decide to open up communication with you. This tactic is designed to make you feel anxious, to make you feel guilty, to make you feel regretful for cutting the narcissist out of your life. They might suddenly start sending messages or love bombing. More often than not, this comes after the silence, but not always. They can suddenly start sending messages of regret or remorse, often filled with charm and affection and promises of change and remembering the good times that you had together. This is an attempt by the narcissist to try and reel you back in, reminding you of the good times and acting as if they've suddenly realised your worth. They can suddenly claim illness or have a sudden crisis. Narcissists can fabricate or exaggerate an illness or a personal crisis to manipulate you into returning out of concern or out of guilt. For the narcissist, their tactic of playing the victim, with this, they aim to make you feel responsible for their well-being. So you feel obligated into helping them out. And more often than not, if you go back to a narcissistic individual who has some sort of sudden illness, once you get back in there, you realise that this illness never existed in the first place. Although they will play the long game, they will drag it out, they will add more lies and manipulation and claim to be going on hospital trips and all the rest of it. They make it very believable. Shifting the blame. If they're not getting the desired outcome from you, they're going to go all out to try and get some form of negative reaction from you. So they can go all out to shift the blame, to accuse you of being the problem, to try and get you on the defensive so that they can get some form of emotional reaction from you. They look to turn the tables to make you feel like you're the one that's being difficult, you're the one that's being selfish, you're the one that's trying to control the situation, you're the one who's being manipulative or narcissistic for daring to stand up to them. And this tactic is meant to get you to doubt your decision, meant to get you to feel like you're the problem, to feel guilty for leaving them. Playing the victim is another classic of a narcissist tactics. Narcissists will often go all out to portray themselves as the one who has been hurt or wronged by you. They'll tell anyone who will listen how you were the problem, how you were the abusive one, you were the toxic one, you were the one that abandoned them. They look to seek that sympathy and validation from anyone who will listen to close the wound that you have caused them by daring to leave them. They can actually begin to stalk and harass you. However, they usually start with tactics that can involve plausible deniability. So if you share children together, they can start messaging excessively about the children. However, because they've involved the children, it's very difficult to call them out on this behaviour. They can begin to monitor your social media. They can apply for a job where you work. They can move in with a neighbour close by. They can drive past your home, drive past your work, join your gym, join your hobbies. And more often than not, as the narcissist walks in all full of that charismatic charm and the arrogance which comes across to others as confidence, and you're put in a state of anxiety, you come across as uneasy and on edge. People question what your problem is and not what the narcissist is doing to you. They'll often show up unannounced, and it's the narcissist's attempts to regain control over the situation and reinsert themselves into your life, even though it's not wanted. They can move on with a whole new family, and you can begin to move on, yet they still believe that you want them back because they believe that they're that amazing. Why would anyone want to walk away from them? Their sort of methodology in counteracting someone walking away from them is by simply claiming that you're just crazy, you're just bitter, you're just resentful, you weren't good enough for them, so that the narcissist can feel better about themselves. They can start out on those mass smear campaigns because they can't believe that somebody has dared to walk away from them. They feel that resentment and that bitterness and that jealousy that they go all out to ruin you. And they are going to make up so many lies about you. This isn't a victim walking away and speaking the truth of what the narcissistic individual did to them. This is a narcissist twisting the narrative to play the victim, to gain the sympathetic attention, to ruin somebody else. If a narcissist realises that they've lost you and they can't get that control back, they will escalate their games of bad-mouthing you, because they've usually bad-mouthed you before the relationship was even over. They've usually planted those seeds of doubt within others. They've usually divided and conquered and gone all out to triangulate you to get people to dislike you. So they will up their smear campaigns, they will up their rumours, they will use mutual friends, they will use their friends and family, they will use social media, they will spread lies, false truths, half-truths, exaggerations about you in an attempt to tarnish your reputation, and so the narcissist can regain control over the narrative. These reactions are all a part of the narcissist's need for dominance and control. Losing you to a narcissist isn't about losing love. It's about losing their power, losing their control, losing their supply, which is why they will resort to many different manipulative tactics and drama in order to attempt to pull you back into their game. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon, how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. I have the relatively new book, Hilarious and Horrifying Narcissistic Memes and Their Meanings, which are the quotes and the memes that have been shared over social media on one page and the meanings on the other. Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for recovery and empowerment, which is less about reading and more about writing and journaling to help with recovery. Can't speak. 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain if you cannot go no contact, and a Narcissist Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse and all their various manipulative tactics and the effects that it has on you. Thank you very much for watching. If anyone would like to purchase any of these, they are all available on Amazon. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.